Well, 13-year-old Jayme Closs was missing for nearly 3 months after she was taken from her Wisconsin home in October. The people close to her say they never gave up hope, even if they feared the worst. Jennifer Halverson, Melissa Salmonson, and Michelle Safford are family friends of Jayme's who wanted to help any way they could. Let's go back to Gayle in Barron, Wisconsin. She spoke to those 3 women in an interview you'll only see on CBS This Morning. Gayle, can't wait to see this.
I can't wait for you to see it, Bianna. I love these women. The 3 women you're about to meet only met in person just hours before we sat down for this interview. Over the last 3 months, they were responsible for creating social media and a Facebook page to support the search for Jayme. Together, they never, ever, ever lost sight of their goal of bringing her home. They say with persistence and community.
You're not long-term friends, but you came together to do this because what?
Because
the
family.
Same mission, to get Jayme home and to be positive and focus on prayers.
This page all started with this lantern.
Yes.
Literally with this one lantern.
And were you selling the lanterns, or you were just
No,
making
at
it
that moment,
just
I
for
wasn't.
people to have?
At that moment, I made 3 and I was going to give them away. And she texted me back and said, that could be a fundraiser. And I was like, you're right, it could. And she said, you know, to light the way home for Jayme. And I said,
Light the way home.
Oh my gosh, you just named a fundraiser.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
It just clicked.
You had a strategy, Jennifer.
I did.
What was your strategy?
In the past, looking in the past, everyone that I've seen who has been a missing child, you tend to see the same picture, kind of repetitively shared. And I thought people almost become immune to it because they've seen it before and they just scroll past. My thought or concept was to do a new picture of Jayme every single day. And I'd crop or put at different angles.
Like what? Different angles like
So,
what?
for example, I did one where it was all side profiles of Jayme. So should she be in a car and they saw her only this way, that they'd be familiar. The other I took almost from an Elizabeth Smart situation, which when Elizabeth Smart was taken into the public, she had on her only the eyes were
All we
showing.
saw were her eyes.
Yes.
So you did an
So
eye shot.
I did.
And you all had the rule, no negativity.
Absolutely.
Right.
What did
Zero.
that mean, Melissa? I mean, because you
It's
wanted
just-
this to be a place of what?
Positivity, prayer, hope, bringing Jayme home. That was the goal.
You all knew the family. You all knew
Yes.
the family, but you didn't really know each other.
Right,
That's
correct.
What I think,
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what I think makes this
the
so
family brought
extraordinary.
us together,
Yes.
which it did the
Yes.
whole community, really.
Yeah.
Did you all really believe she was going to be found? This is not how most of these stories turn out.
My kids went to the same daycare with Jayme for a lot of years, and I spent a lot of time watching her grow. And even from a distance, I love her. So it wasn't an option.
I mean, it's a big question everybody wants to know is why. This guy had no connection to this family at all. And
It's bizarre.
that's to me,
It
is what
is.
makes it so frightening.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
we do not know the answer to that question. And
Exactly.
we may never know. I'm just glad that they caught him.
Me too.
Yes.
I have no doubt that justice will be served, and I think the family will find the closure that they need from all this. And I just have no doubt that Jayme's gonna. She can't help but be successful with the strength that family has.
Yes.
I think she will
And then the
thrive,
strength that
yes.
she displayed, and you put those 2 qualities of strength together, I think they're going to be unstoppable.
Here's your town, the town of Barron, a little over 3,000. It never left the front page here.
Right.
You know? And that's in part because of what you all did.
The thing about our community and about this family is how you see them or how we talk about them isn't because of what's happened.
No.
This is how they've been from the beginning of time. We're just saying it out loud now because somebody's interested in hearing about it because of what's happened to Jayme. I mean, we've had tragedy before, and every time we pull together as a community and do something. So this isn't the first time that great things have come out of Barron County.
And how has it affected you each personally?
Makes you hug your kids a little tighter. You know, makes you grateful for the things you have and for the people that are in your life. And it lets you know to never give up hope. Miracles do happen, and we witnessed one.
It happened here.
It happened here to someone we knew and to someone we love. So
I think for me, I've always, of course, had the belief in power of prayer. But for me, it's changed me in a sense that I feel that I was able to share that with so many people, and that I haven't experienced before, where there's such a mass of people praying, and to get that miracle, and I think the world can share that.
As tragic as this whole thing is, and it's brought to light for me just what human kindness can do. And it's not a dollar value, it's not a specific action, it's just a touch of human kindness. And I'm blown away by that.
I'm blown away by it, too. We could all use a little more human kindness. These three friends of the Closs family also told us how perfect it is that Jayme would be staying with her Aunt Jennifer, who is now going to be her guardian. They say the two were incredibly close before Jayme disappeared. That's because Jennifer Smith, by the way, ran a daycare center in her home for over 20 years. A lot of people in the town know Jennifer Smith. She is highly regarded and really loved in this community. And Jayme spent 11 years being raised in that home as her daycare center. So she and her Aunt Jennifer, as a whole family, is very close, but they said she and Jennifer have a very special bond. John, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Gail. It seems like there's so many people in this story who seem perfectly equipped to handle this kind of a tragedy, and there's three more.
And it's great that these strangers amongst themselves were brought together by a family, right, that they were all close with.
And now it's like they've written the book for the next community that might have to go through something like this.
But you're right, Gail, kindness, more kindness. Key.